back to another manga chapter review. I am the Rat, and this is The Rat's Nest. I'm joined as always by Trevor and Kyle. Say hi, Trevor and Kyle.
Hi.
Today, we have a treat, a tasty treat that cannot be beat, as one might in fact call it. The JOJOLands chapter 4. What do you guys think?
Versus Kishibe Rohan. This is a good chapter.
It was a good little chapter.
Trevor,
Trevor's here.
Trevor, do you want to give your thoughts on it first? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll give my thoughts on it first. In this chapter, basic. I mean, I don't know how you guys usually structure this, but
we'll just go in here to explain it real quick. What we usually do is we'll go through. Brandon and I, usually Brandon, he'll go through and read some of the dialogue. We'll read like a few scenes of that, and then we'll just go back and talk about like some of the scenes that we read, and then just kind of on and off again. Like we'll talk about like some miscellaneous information about it. So I mean, we'll go at it. However, so yeah, just give us your quick thoughts.
So overall, it was cool. We got to see uses for 4 out of the 5 stands that we currently have in the park. And we got to see. We did get it confirmed that Rohan's stand is in fact Heaven's Door.
Yeah.
It does look different. It looks. Kyle, you said it's the same design as.
I think it's the same Duspo Kishibe Rohan one.
Okay.
I think so, Brandon. You might have to.
I read recent Duspo Kishibe Rohan, so I cannot talk on that.
Okay, because I know at some point I saw a Rohan in one of these stories where it was like that design where it had like the see-through hat with like the weird eyes. But yeah, it's okay, guys. There's still copium. This could still be Tsurugi. I promise.
Yeah,
it could just be all one big illusion.
Our theory that
Rohan
was
Kyle
actually
told me.
Tsurugi. Yeah, that was devastating. That was devastating.
Yeah.
That we saw the Heaven's Door and not Paper Moon King.
Yeah.
Okay, well here's the thing, right? I did. We haven't recorded these episodes, but I have in fact finished JOJOLands, so I do know what I'm talking about here, guys. You trust me.
Record,
so in JOJOLands, right? We are shown that or we're at least told that stands do change along with the user, and so theoretically a stand could change like completely, and I feel like a jump from what Paper Moon King was to something like Heaven's Door isn't too far, out of.
They're both sort of paper related.
Yeah. They're both paper related, right? That's the first thing, and then the second thing is they both
manipulate other people's senses.
Yeah. Because
strong nth degree.
Yeah. With Paper Moon King changing what people see and how they understand things around them, and then you change that as Tsurugi matures, and they change literal aspects about the people.
Look, all I'm saying is this is obviously us huffing copium, but it would be cool if it was true.
And additionally, right?
Happen.
So Paper Moon King, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember seeing a physical stand form for Paper Moon King.
It was like the frogs.
The closest, everything that we see on the wikis is the little frogs.
Yeah, no, we haven't seen this is the stand form. We've seen the frogs, but those are
okay. Yeah. So it's only the origami that he makes. And likewise, Heaven's Door is unique in that it is specifically drawn by Rohan. And so it looks like whatever Rohan wants it to look like.
Yeah.
And so there is another parallel there.
Huh.
It is interesting.
So
I don't
what you're
think
saying, Trevor, Rohan Kishibe Tsurugi Higashikata.
Exactly.
You're cutting out, Brandon. You're cutting out a little bit.
You're cutting out, Kyle. I'm fine. Okay, so let's get right into it. Let's hit the high points. So, coming into this, All right, welcome back, everyone. Microphone problems, but hopefully now they will wait until next time I try to record something to flare up again. So, without further ado, let's just get right into it. Fellas.
Yep.
We have the little cover page. We got JoJo doing his little pose, and the hottest woman in all of JoJo's sitting beneath him. And it comes to, it continues where last chapter left off. Go figure. We get to see JoJo's like, oh, he's a stand user. Uh-oh. And then these are our other three lovable little lads over here are still under attack by this mysterious creature. And the scissors aren't working. They can't get the strings off. Dragona has it on his arm, and Paco has it on his leg. And so they're going around. They're trying to get it off. It's a stand attack. I think, where is it? Yeah, here they see the cat. So it's implied that this cat has some sort of tie to the stand. So what are you guys thinking about this little stand here? Because this is a stand, probably. This likely isn't a power of the spin, though I suppose we never know for certain.
From what, Trevor and I, funny enough, we kind of talked about some of the theories. I've heard multiple different theories. I'll let Trevor explain his. I'll explain the one I heard, my thoughts on that. Obviously, right, the most simplistic explanation is it's like the string. It's like it wraps around and choke holds, whatever. It's like wrapped around and starts constricting like that. That's fine. The theory I heard was something to do with like Schrodinger's cat, from what we see later. Specifically about like the diamond thing that falls. My personal idea right now is that it's 2 stand attacks. I think it's 2 because
stand attacks. That's interesting.
Because it's the animal and perhaps the owner of said animal. I mean, we kind of got a glimpse of that in Crazy Diamonds: Demonic Heartbreak, although not both same users. But like, I think it'd be cool if like it was perhaps a pet owner and a pet that like worked side by side. Like they set something up where it's like they follow them and they know that they're getting that diamond, and so it's like they're in charge to take the diamond from them together by one of them having like the string cutting attack and then the other having like this supposed like manipulation of whatever it is. And I like the idea of it's someone drew a flowchart of events of like what would happen if the stand wasn't used or was used, like the bag opens or the bag doesn't open, and it can change all outcomes to fit the one path along those branching paths it desires. It's hard to explain without a visual, but maybe when we figure out more of what's going on, I can articulate it better. But I think it's 2 people. That or it's the string and something involving like a string theory. I don't know. Those are my quick thoughts on it.
So what's the second stand?
Okay, so something involving string, and then it's the other, because I think the thing where Dragona like drops the diamond, or it's like I'm holding it and it's out of her hand. I think that those are 2 different things. They could be the same. What?
You said his hand.
His guy.
His. I am sorry. His hand drops the diamond. I think those 2, like, they could be related abilities. I think it'd be very interesting if we got, because we usually, in these types of arcs, it's usually like one person. I think it'd be cool if there were 2 different users, but it could be one. Those are my quick thoughts on it. I don't want to take up too much time, Trevor.
No.
Yeah.
What's your thought, Trevor?
Kyle and I were talking about this last night, and Kyle told me about like a couple theories that like he had seen, and that made me think. Like I had this idea, like the same thing, like the string obviously tied to the cat. Like it is too heavily implied for the string being like tied to the cat for that not to be the cat's stand.
Yeah.
But the thing with the diamond, right? The diamond, it's kind of funky, and like the very last thing said, and like this it always could be like funky translation stuff, but in the version that we're reading, the very last thing read right before the to be continued is, quote, a coincidence or not, the mystery of the diamond deepens. And so like asking if it's a coincidence, right? That's a tad bizarre,
Yeah.
So what if everything was a coincidence? Like dropping the diamond and like the bag being opened, what if that was a coincidence? And that coincidence was actually influenced by the diamond itself. And so the diamond, by the theory that I came up with, right, was that the diamond was similar to Anubis, right? It's an inanimate object that has a stand.
Yeah.
And so, and that coincidence is what brought this cat that is just a random cat that has a stand and likes to cause mischief, you know? Brought that cat in.
The dubious
to
little
protect
creature.
itself. Yeah. And it's like just out of coincidence, these like bad things happen. Not calamity, just coincidence.
That's interesting. Personally, I think the diamond is a rock human.
That'd be
It's a rock insect
theory.
with a stand. That's the string stand and manifests as the cat.
Oh, Brandon, what's the name of it gonna be? La 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 la.
The name of it is going to be it's gonna
Bing
be
bing bada bing bong. It's just gonna be the
Stacy's mom after the Fountains of Wayne song.
It's gonna be called Weezer. It's just gonna be called Weezer.
Dude, if there is ever a stand called Weezer, that's it. That's the stand. There's no other stands if there's a Weezer
Peak
stand.
fiction right there.
Peak fiction, bro. Yeah, I mean, I really don't know. I guess it'd be cool if there were two little thankies, two little stand users. I think it's just one stand. I subscribe to the one stand line of thinking.
That would make sense.
So it's a fun idea to think that there's two. I suppose there could be, but there's obviously some trigger with picking up the diamond, it seems.
Yeah. There's also, like, think about it. The cat, it's very, like, if you were going to infiltrate, right? Like, a cat's very non-suspicious. It's inconspicuous. It can just, like, go in. It can, like, approach. It's not as suspicious as a person doing this. Like, it gets in, starts the attack, and then boom, maybe the second user is like around and is manipulating like coincidence. I don't know. That idea. I like all of our theories on it so far. Got some interesting takes on this one here.
It'll be interesting to learn what we eventually call this arc whenever we learn its name.
That'll be interesting to see. So after that,
we get to see Smooth Operators and the Hustle. We get to see them operate a bit here.
Okay. Look, all I want to say is about this. The Smooth Operator thing was cool. I don't know why. I think my favorite part of this chapter was the moment where he's like, "Give me the blade of the knife. Do it, the hustle," and he just starts vibrating the muscles to break it. Because remember when we first when we read chapter 1 and we were like, yeah, the hustle seems cool, but like, I don't know about like application. I was more optimistic about it, but we were both kind of like, it just got to see examples. Like the stuff in this chapter makes you think, oh yeah, the hustle's a cool stand.
It is a cool stand, but like still, I don't know how it's gonna scale late game.
I mean, because here's the thing, right?
Because like against this stand, like okay, cool, but like I mean, like if they have to seriously fight a stand, like I don't know.
Well, I mean, like plenty of stands didn't really scale to late game. Like
I guess
Purple
Paco
Haze,
doesn't
that
need
didn't
to.
Scale.
Purple Haze could have scaled to late game, but Purple Haze is a special case.
I mean,
Spice Girls didn't scale.
Here's the thing. Remember, JoJo's like one of the key aspects of JoJo's that I love is that, and most people do too, I assume, is that like you can get creative. Like you could, in theory, you could have a stand-in user like Paco in the Hustle fight off someone a lot more powerful than them just through the creative application of their power. So I mean, like the Hustle could do. We've seen it do. In this, like he vibrates it and he breaks free. And then we see like his muscles form like enough to like hold onto the ceiling. Like you can do some funky stuff with this stand, and it's very fun. Like if nothing else, right? With how at the very least, with how Araki's doing stand battles now, like I think the Hustle can scale pretty far in terms of like
because the Hustle is kind of like it's a very physical fighting stand.
And I love it because
so like it's kind of like a return to like Star Platinum, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, to say Star Platinum, punching Ghost.
We don't.
It won't boost strength, I don't think.
I think it
But,
can
like-
do some cool stuff, like maybe like it hardens part of its skin if like a bullet's gonna get shot at him, and he can like catch bullets by like flexing the muscles the moment.
It's kind of like Love Deluxe.
Sort of.
Not Love Deluxe, just straight up Love
Yeah,
Deluxe.
OG Robux, yeah. And I mean, it's I think about it like this. Jolene fist fought people. I mean, she used Stone Free a lot, but like there were instances of it too where she would hit people herself. And I mean, I very easily see like Paco being like an up close like physical fighter as shown when he gets the chokehold on Rohan and then forms the keychain meme.
Yeah, well, we also don't know like the extent of like the hustle, and so it totally could just like also do more stuff, right?
That's fair.
That still is classified under the general term of like muscle movement. Right?
That's fair.
Like
it is a
body
pretty
control.
generally defined stand, which can
Yeah.
be terrifying.
And
Yeah.
like for example, like I'm not sure which one of you two said it. I think it was Brennan though. But you said the thing about like, oh, it doesn't like boost strength, but like theoretically, I mean, he might be able just to like push all of his muscles into like his arm and then be able to punch really good.
That's totally how it's going to happen, though. That's
Yeah,
totally how
yeah.
it's going to happen. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting. Smooth Operators is going to be an interesting stand.
Yeah, no, I
Funny
mean,
Colony
the
stand.
The
Dude,
application
Smooth Operators is going to be like it's gonna be not Wonder Review. Sorry, wrong one. Soft and Wet all over again. It's gonna be like, yeah, I can steal literally anything.
Yeah. Like, is it the difference between the scenes here? Like, I think the Hustle one was just more hype. This one was so simple of like, oh yeah, I just gotta move the finger, boom. It's like, okay, cool. Well, how's he gonna get out of it? And he's like, all right, time to do my shit. It's like, I that's probably one of my favorite scenes of this chapter. Like, I don't know, I really like the scene of him getting out of that.
And then we also got to see the Mate Kudasai a little bit. I'm trying to find where exactly he.
Well, no, he
used it.
says there. Oh, you mean like later?
No, it was earlier on in the chapter.
Well, because what happened was, they were sitting there, and he's like, "If you need anything around the room, just ask." As far as that's what he said.
So I think this does confirm something for the Mate Kudasai that I don't think we knew before, is that you can have multiple Mate Kudasai.
Yeah, true.
Because he made the thing for Paco, and he was going to make something for Dragona as well. And if they both, like, I don't think that he would make one for Dragona if it was going to make Paco's thing disappear. And then also that would make the camera outside disappear, which I guess they didn't need at that point, but it was maybe still there for whenever they were going to leave. So you can have multiple Mate Kudasai. It's not just one transforming into something.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, to have like you could make multiple.
At least,
copies.
as that's how I think it's being presented right now.
I think so, because I mean, think about it. I don't
Dude.
think he would offer this knowing that if the camera were set up. I think like I do think it. I'm gonna say it more likely falls into the Mike's multiple feet, another colony stand.
Okay, yeah, no. That's the trend, right, dude? Part 7, like almost every stand were like standard stands, right? And then part 8, like every stand long distance. Part
Yeah.
9, every stand a colony stand.
Dude, November Rain
also
is
a colony.
Yeah, November
stand.
Rain. The raindrops are the stand,
Yeah, the raindrops are the stand.
and they're spinning.
they are spinning, dude.
Oh, I have
They're
a video.
Spin so hard.
I have a video
so
I need to show. Dude, I'm 100% convinced that what's his name? Not Wonder Review. November Rain is a spin stand. 100% November Rain is a spin
Oh, it's
stand.
going to be.
Yeah,
It's
it
going
has
to
to
I mean,
be.
Soft
Right?
and Wet's a spin stand. Tusk is a spin stand. November Rain's going to be a spin stand.
Oh, hold on one second.
Uh-oh.
God damn it, Kyle.
He's dead. He's dead. Okay, Trevor, you and
You
me
wanna-
segment. You and me segment.
Okay. Yeah.
No, hold on. I'll be right. Give me. Give me.
No,
a minute.
well, like,
No,
yeah, but
it's
then
me
Brandon will
and
have to
Trevor
cut.
segment. Me and Trevor segment.
Fine.
That's so true.
That is so true.
It is so true. So what do you think about little Rohan Kasheeples being in the JoJOLands? I think
Dude,
you knew.
I hope he's a Joe bro. I hope he sticks around because I love Rohan. He's such a great
Look,
character.
Rohan, he's a funky little guy. I quite like him. I like Rohan.
I so hope he joins the team.
When did you know that he was in JoJOLands?
Oh,
Because I know that I made the joke like a long time ago of like, yeah, Rohan's just gonna write himself in. That was right after it was revealed that he was here.
Really? Okay, I thought it was. I thought it was right before. But yeah, so I mean, like, I accidentally stumbled upon it on TikTok. I'm pretty sure. And then I was like, oh my gosh, there's no way. Yeah, because like chapter 3 had just dropped. And yeah, so you know, I've known for about a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it was the main thing I was looking forward to. I mean, that's the primary reason why I wanted to like finish JoJolian. And get caught up with JoJoLands.
I remember. So after chapter 1 came out, right? We knew that they were going to the home of a Japanese man. Everyone was theorizing, right? Personally, I thought it was going to be Joshu. I was hoping that it would be Josuke.
Yeah. Dude, it would have been so cool if it was Josuke.
Because then he just kills him. He just kills him.
But
it also would have been funny if it was Joshu, because then it's like, oh, you can actually do something with this character. But you know what? I like the Rohan thing. I do wish maybe they tied it more into part 8, because I really like part 8. But ultimately,
yeah, I'm sure, because like the diamond is in Rohan's possession, right? They're gonna have to explain why it's in his possession, and he is from Japan and brought it with himself from Japan, so they're inevitably going to go to Japan at least one part in this at least one instance in this part.
It's and also quite likely.
Hopefully, Josuke and Yasuho will make a cameo.
And they're married and they have a kid named Joshua.
Yeah. Who also has 4 balls.
No freaking way.
It runs in the family.
No freaking way. No, but that's how they're gonna have to do it. Is they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, one of the balls of his Yoshikage's is the one that won, so that's why he has a birthmark."
It's so stupid though.
Yeah, we were talking. I was asking Trevor how long he knew that Rohan was in JoJoLands and what he thought of it. I told him how after chapter 1 dropped, I thought it was probably going to be Joshu. I was hoping it would be Josuke.
Joshu was. I remember the meme edits after.
Yeah, the meme edits.
I was telling Trevor about that, where it was like the scene of him in the pool, but it was just like Joshu haircut edits, and it's great.
Yeah. Okay, so we've talked about that. Rohan is being a little creepster this chapter.
Dude, it's almost like a reference to his first appearance, where it's like someone goes to reach at something. Yeah, let me get back to it. Someone's go like how Koichi's going to like reach the door. He's going to reach for the diamond, and then he pokes his hand out, and we see like the side, like the half of his face. It's very reminiscent of his original appearance. I think that was done on purpose. I like that detail. And
you also see
the one that opened it, the safe.
Heaven's Door seems to operate under the same principles. Yeah. He touches you, you open up like a book. We don't know if the manga thing still exists. Maybe, but given everything that we've seen, this is just Rohan. it's just Rohan. It's probably not. Have we talked about that? Is this the Rohan from part 4?
No,
I don't think so. Because hang on, let me see. So when we see, and I know what Trevor said of like changing shape, but I remember like I think it's even different in the spoke. I mean, like the eyes. I think the eyes are a giveaway. Like the original Heaven's Door had like normal pupils. This one has like the generic stand eyes that you see from like part 5 onward.
No, this one has. Does it?
Yeah. This has got the vertical slits. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the line eyes right there. That's how most stands look. Like most of the eyeballs of stands.
It does. I thought it had normal eyeballs, but no, it does have the lines, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The scan makes it look a little bit weird. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
the hat too is different enough that like I don't think it's just a design change choice like Star Platinum in parts 4 and 6.
And we see him use it on Dragona. He starts freaking out about, becoming a book, and then he starts reading more about it. And then we see, I likely it was done on purpose of like the sequence where Paco and him are in the hallway, and it's like him doing like almost like the Dio walk or whatever it is.
Yeah.
He is doing that, isn't he? Yeah, I didn't even realize.
And then in this simply 2 pages, we just see like again. I think the hustle's cool because we just see him like want to go at it, huh? He just disappears, and then from the ceiling, like his muscles are flexing into like the holes in the vents, and he's just there like choke holding him. Like just he quickly did it. I think that's cool.
Yeah. So, the big question of this chapter, the big final question, right, of this chapter is, what is the deal with the diamond? Because Rohan's like, what do you know about the diamond, right? Obviously, there's something going on with the diamond. And he's like, figures out, oh, you guys are just here for the money. Cool. I'm relieved at that. So there's something going on with this diamond, obviously. Phases through Dragona's hands or something similar. Some tie to it somehow to the cat, directly or indirectly, and the stand attack. Also, the weird lava rocks around. So, what do you guys think the diamond's deal is? Personally,
I was gonna reread this sequence, like if anything to reread. So, he says, "Quite simple. I'm relieved, though you're all in quite an unsavory situation." And then Dragona, he says, "I'm absolutely sure." He's holding it. "I'm absolutely sure. I've been holding it. I've had it ever since I caught it. I'm certain that right now it's in my hands. I can feel it in them right now." And then opens up the hands, and the diamond's on the floor, and it's like rolling. Coincidence or not, the mystery of the diamond deepens. So we know Dragona caught the diamond and looks down, opens up the hand, and sees that the diamond is no longer in his hands. So that's what we have to work with. I think. Oh, sorry. You go first.
I think the diamond is tied to some sort of rock humans. To some rock something. That's what I think.
So.
See, I think the diamond has a stand. And I mean, like, if it is a rock human of some sort, then like, yeah, it does have a stand, more than likely. But I think the rock human, or the rock itself, the diamond itself, has a stand.
It could also be, okay, so here's an idea that I just thought of, right? In the safe itself, you had the diamond and you had lava rocks, right? They were lava rocks, right?
Yeah. I think the rocks are a red herring.
I don't know. I almost think that the diamond was put in there as an intentional thing. I think I'm changing my official thing to what I think the diamond is. I think it's an activation for a long-range automatic stand. I think the real treasure of the safe was the rocks.
We had enough of those. We don't need those anymore.
Man, I'm stuffed. It's literally you right now, bro.
We don't need any more long range. I just finished JOJOLands. I'm fine not having any more.
Dude,
of
what are you
those
talking about? There's not a single long range stand in JOJOLands, bro.
Long range automatic stand fights can be good. Araki's shown that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them were good, but like that was all of them.
Yeah.
It was all of them.
I mean, that's okay, but Trevor, that's like, you know, going to parts.
Trevor,
like,
Dr. Wu wasn't a long range automatic stand.
There's too many gun stands in Part 7. God.
Yeah, you have Tusk and
Whole Horse, Misa,
Pale Snake,
Foo Fighters,
Soft and Wet. All my favorite gun stands.
November
Soft and Wet's a shovel
Rain.
stand. Soft and Wet's my favorite shovel stand.
I feel like we're eventually going to see that, like with spin, you can use November Rain horizontally and not just vertically.
Now look, all I'm going to say is
Probably.
the hustle's also colony
That's
stand.
probably one of
It's
the uses.
all the parts of the body. It's also colony stand.
It's all colony stands. What if
It is all colony stands.
what if the cat is made up of string and the cat is Jolene?
No freaking way, dude.
That would be
Jolene
kind
has
of
a cousin named Yoshikage Kira.
Why is no one mentioning this? But yeah, so Kyle, what's your thoughts on the diamond?
I don't really know what to think about it. I mean, I like your idea of the diamond being like a rock insect. Okay, look, first and foremost, I think we talked about it last chapter. I hope that the lava rocks aren't just a red herring, because I think the rock humans are I think they're a really great concept from Araki, and I think like they could easily come back. I think it'd be cool if this was like tied into that, and this is like, oh, doing research into it, and then finding like a rock insect or something. Like that's what Rohan was searching for. I mean, you know what? Hell, even if it's for like I wanted to write something about it, like give him that, right? Give that to him. That's fine. I think it's either 2 users or my personal theory is right. Part 9. As we've seen, it's like an alternate setup of primarily focusing on part 5, right? Like you got like the Giorno counterpart, you have like him like a little gang operation instead of like mafia stuff. It's like, you know, like we got like a house burglary right now.
Rohan Shibe.
That's if Rohan did let Koichi learn Italian. So
that's true.
I will say this. I think when you compare it to other theories, I think it's rather simplistic, but I think this could easily be they were tailed and someone else wants to steal the diamond. And like, because you know, I mean, with I forget her name, Meryl May, is that what's her name?
Meryl May or something.
Meryl May. Yeah, like that with a person like that who's running this operation, I could very easily see it being like someone caught wind of this plan and is going after the diamond too. I mean, it's very part 5-esque of like when Lascadra's trying to hunt down Trish and like, you know, catching wind of where they are, what they're doing, and just trying to go from there. Because I mean, you know, money. JoJo wants money. He wants the money, and someone else could be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna kill you guys. Take this diamond because it's valuable." It's very simple, but I can't really think of anything in terms of like crackpot theories better like that as of now better than the diamond's a rock insect or like it's a rock human or something. Or like it's all.
You're
the
saying
cat.
that my theory that the rock has a stand isn't like sensible given the fact that the you know, this is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I mean, no, if the rock has a stand, that's completely fine, depending on the logic of the course. Like,
dude, Dwayne has a stand, bro. Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Dude, he totally does though.
He totally does.
Does.
It's about drive. It's about power. We stay hungry. We devour. Put in the work. Put in the hours, and take what's ours.
I love when he rhymes hours with hours.
It's pretty sick, isn't it?
It's so good.
Anyways, Kyle, continue.
That's as of like, okay, because you know, like the string ability. Unless you want to get into stuff like, you know, string theory or whatever, I think the string ability, and guys, understand, I know JoJo's when I say this, and I could very easily be wrong. I think the string theory, or the string ability, and like the dropping of the diamond, I think those are very like just somewhat distant. They could be tied together, and I think like I'm not opposed to being tied together. There's probably gonna be a good explanation. I think as of now, I think it'd be cool if it was 2 users. And like the cat was an actual user with a stand instead of just like a mirage that the stand made is like a trigger for something. Or like just being the cat. I think like if a cat and a user were there, I think that'd be cool.
It'll be interesting to see.
Yep. What about you, Trevor?
Trevor's
I mean, I've already voiced my thoughts on everything going on.
Like of anything else.
Of anything else? Well, I mean, I think Brandon's looking awfully cute today.
That's so true. So this is my pre-ending the episode invitation. Either of you, anything else you would like to discuss? Because that's where we are at the chapter. That's where we stand with the JoJoLands right now.
I can't wait until when in the next chapter, JoJo shows up and it's just a little gremlin man and goes, "Hey, Rohan, I rained on your carpet." And he's like, "No, where put you?" And he starts chasing JoJo around the mansion. I'm excited for that.
And then they kiss.
What?
JoJo's 15. I didn't make that joke.
Yeah.
If you're this far in the video, obviously there's something you like. Make sure you liked and subscribe and leave a comment telling us what you think the diamond is. And the next video will come out eventually, and we will see you all then. We hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.